Hey Capricorn, it's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings. Take what works, leave what doesn't. If you don't catch your wavelength or storyline here, check your other major placements. Even if you do, you're free to check your other major placements, of course. And we're going to start off with the Oracle decks. I'm working with a new deck called Animal Spirit and also Urban Crow. And then we're going to move on to more traditional tarot spread. So for Capricorn, for the next little bit, what do we got here? We've got a full moon in Capricorn, actually right about now. That's funny, I did not plan that. Oh. That's funny. I think there's some similar cards here to what I've already drawn this week, separated by some other cards. I love it when that happens, as you know. All right, well, first we have ghosts. This seems like the most appropriate one to start with. As far as chronologically, this is something, its time has come, its time has gone. We can leave something in the past here. This thing doesn't belong here anymore. It's not part of your active life anymore. It's not part of your reality anymore. It's something that's from the past. We can converse with it. We can receive assistance from it. We can, but this isn't its world anymore. This thing, this situation, this belief, this attitude, this person doesn't belong in your life anymore. So we can access it and let it go. It just doesn't belong here anymore. So we also have, these two together are pretty interesting though. We have ghosts, and I was getting from this one, normally this card is just strictly, it doesn't belong here anymore. It's part of your past. It doesn't have a place here, but we're getting this with you, otter spirit, you're never alone, which kind of sounds like you've got some sort of spiritual protection, an ancestor perhaps from your past, walking with you right now, being with you, helping to guide you. These two together, this is the only way I would get that message, actually. So ghosts and otter spirit, you're never alone. You're never alone I don't know if I like the tagline on this because it's a little scary. But there is some, we've got a little heart here. We've got some cuddling. We've got something really nice here. So I think this ghost could be taken both ways, that you do have an ancestor who loves you dearly, who is with you right now. But there's also the message of there's something from your past that just doesn't belong in your life anymore. And it's time to release this ghost, release this thing. And then otter spirit, you're never alone. So there's some sort of community, maybe even love connection at work here. Yeah, and then we have preparation here. I love this card. This is about routines and preparing for something, right? The ship is coming in, and it's coming in, and these crows are very aware of it. They are laying the pathway full of clams and mussels and stuff like that, so that the cars will drive. This is a ferry ship, so that the cars will drive over it and crack those open, and then easy meal. So preparing for something, doing the groundwork now, so that something comes in a lot easier in the future. So that's something you can almost let fate do the work for you if you prepare for it. These crows are pretty lazy, actually. Preparation is not necessarily meaning we're going to overwork, we're going to really prepare. But this is very smart preparation. This is work smarter, not harder, right? So they're going to get their meal. They're going to get a banquet. They're preparing for it. But I feel like with clever, smart preparation, things can actually be a lot less work. So including relationships, when you are healing yourself, when you are sort of preparing yourself for a healthy relationship, when you're healing, doing your work, that kind of thing, that kind of preparation can make your future relationships much easier, go much more smoothly, and involve a lot less work and a lot less heartache. So this could also be a work thing or some sort of celebration. But with this otter spirit, you are never alone. It almost does seem like you're preparing for some sort of relationship thing, and the more work you put into preparing for that, the easier it's going to be. And there is some sort of blessing or some sort of ship coming in, and I think that you're preparing for something to come into your life that's really beautiful. But the more work you put in now, the less work there will be later. So the less work overall. And then we have Badger Spirit, be fearless and bold. I like how this badger is being fearless and bold through flowers, through some sort of self-expression. This badger has dressed himself up in feathers and flowers and beads. So being fearless and bold. Seems to be just staring his fate in the eye. The feathers remind me of communication. There's something about self-expression here. Something about maybe even creative self-expression that is asking you to be fearless and bold. And maybe it's a little bit bold to prepare for such a ship coming in. Maybe that's a little bit of a bold move, you know, to assume that you're going to be in a relationship again, so you need to be preparing for that, or to assume that something's going to happen. It could be a little bit bold to see your ship coming in and to know that it's coming in. I mean, these crows know because these ships go in on a pretty good schedule. So so maybe that's this preparation is actually like fearless and bold. And that doesn't mean reckless, obviously. And then growth. So growth, springtime, and I think there's some sort of like pride in this growth, pride in maybe even how well prepared you are for something, pride in your personal growth. You know, he's grown. This is a fledgling. This is someone who's this is a crow, someone who's just left the nest. And they're setting out on their own, and they're very proud, and the community is proud of them and proud of their growth and proud of these milestones. So there's some sort of sense in being proud of your growth. Maybe you've put a lot of preparation into something, and being proud of how far you've come, and being proud of something that you've done. You've grown a lot, and you know, you can crow about it a little bit. Don't be shy, right? Be fearless and bold. Maybe do crow a little bit about your growth and how far you've come. Maybe that's where you're being fearless. And the preparation here, you know, this is a step, this is a milestone on a much larger journey to adulthood, to full, you know, to becoming a fully realized urban crow. So this is like this could be like a step up, you know. I'm seeing an 1111 card or a Four of Wands card here, where we talk about that ascension, that step up, the engagement. One part is done. One part, perhaps the preparations are done. Now we've achieved something, and now we're committing further on to the process. So this is a bit of what this growth looks like. This crow has grown enough, gotten enough food, gotten strong enough to leave the nest. There's a whole journey ahead, but we can be happy and proud of how far we've come and where we're at today. Something about the preparation reminds me of everything that goes into the Four of Wands, like all of the preparations, like opening opening the doors to your business. And there's a lot of preparation. Now we're running the business. Now there's a totally different phase, but a lot of preparation has gone into opening this business, and now we're opening it. And that's often a reading I get with the Four of Wands card, is that leveling up. We've prepared everything. We've grown our crops, so now it's time to take them to market, you know, which is a totally different venture. But we've achieved something, we've accomplished something, and we've met some sort of milestone. Okay, Capricorn, this is your past, your present. What? Okay. Upside down. But like the whole deck is upside down, so it's not a special message. Past, present, inner landscape. What's the issue? Your environment, to-do list, possible outcome. Well, this has got to be the Capricorniest reading I've ever seen. If it's all the little stereotypes about our Capricorns. In fact, this almost looks like a ram here, the way this is. displayed. It almost looks like a ram with the spiraling horns right here, almost. But it's a horse. We've got in your recent past Knight of Emotions. So this is going to be Knight of Cups. This is going to be communication. This is going to be emotional communication about some pretty deeply held emotions. But again, there's this growth here. There's this pattern. This spiral pattern always looks to me like growth. We hit the same spots over and over and over again. We have sort of in our nature is sort of the programming for a Mandelbrot set. And so as that program runs and as those spirals unfold, the nature of the original programming and the original energy becomes more and more revealed. So the same is true with life and with our personal growth. The nature of our energy and our pure essence becomes more and more revealed into our reality. It sort of creates our reality. We become more and more ensconced in it. So this is the spiral is to me about reaching the same points in life, but we've grown, we've changed, more has been revealed, both about ourselves and about reality, the reality we are unfolding within and creating as we unfold. So, so there's been some sort of communication, there's been growth there. So even if the communication was imperfect, there was growth from perhaps the last time the topic was breached, the last time we communicated something this emotional. So in your recent past, you have some sort of emotional communication. It did indicate some growth. And the Knights tend to move a little fast. There was maybe some courage in that communication, some bravery there in somebody here. And it could be a person as well. Somebody here revealing something about their true feelings and how they truly feel about something. So this would be a person that has strong feelings and is communicating them. This could be you, this could be someone else. This could just be sort of what's gone on, an event. But it does to me represent growth. 10 of materials. We have something coming to fruition. This could be, 10 of materials is typically classically considered an inheritance card where, you know, the wage earner has reached maximum capacity. There will be no more wage earning because they have deceased, and therefore the what has been amassed must be dispersed. This 10 of materials looks like community support, community receiving support from growth, from wealth. There is like a maximum amount of wealth that is shared and solidified in community. Reminds me a bit of the potlatch scenario where we're a giveaway. So you've reached some sort of maximum career potential or maximum, not career potential, right? But you've reached some sort of milestone here, and it's actually is reminding me again of this growth card, this Four of Wands card, which we do not have the Four of Wands here, which is fine. But this Four of Wands card, as far as like we've reached some sort of plateau, some sort of plateau in reality, an earning plateau. It is worth celebrating. It's there's some sharing going on. There might be wealth sharing going on. There might be a benefactor here, or you may be either giving or receiving material goods. There might even be a retirement I see sometimes here. Some sort of milestone, some sort of completion with a project or with work or something in reality, maybe, you know, finally getting the keys to the house or something like that you bought. What's on your mind, your hopes, your fears, your inner landscape? Well, what do we have here? 8 of materials. Work. Steady, regular work, working at something, building something. Parts of this work may get a little repetitious, maybe a little boring, but overall we're talking about work. 8 of materials is work, focused work. So either you're worried about having to go back to work because of something completing, something ending, or you're hopeful to get back to work, or this is just like a real focus for you right now is there's a lot of work. And actually you've got 2 materials or 2 of Pentacles later on. So it just looks like there's a lot of work and that it's really taking up most of your energy and time right now. Is there's just a lot of work going on. Something may have completed, but like I was seeing with this, something may have been completed, but there's still ongoing work to be done, right? Ongoing, there's still a lot of work ahead of you. You may be right, completed the planning stages for a project, and now there's the next stage, right? You've completed a probationary period, and now you're an employee, where a straight up employee, where there's like more work to be done and more steady labor. So that's what's on your mind. You're either hoping for more work. Maybe you completed a project. Maybe you work, you're a freelancer. You completed a project and now you're hoping for more work. You might be afraid that you're not going to get more work. But it kind of does look like you've hit some sort of plateau, and now there's the next stage and you're really thinking about all the work, more work. Still thinking about work. And then we have, what's the issue? Ace of Inspiration. Not feeling very inspired though. This is just more drudgery. Like you accomplished something, but maybe you don't want to keep working, but that's what's on your mind. You're worried about having to keep working at something. Maybe working at a relationship too, since we have the otter spirit. But Ace of Inspiration, not feeling inspired at all. A lack of creativity, a lack of imagination, a lack of energetic connection to source, feeling disconnected from your own self, from your own creativity, from your own psyche, a sense of disconnect. And something, aces are always the beginning of something. So something's not beginning, something's not starting, something is paused here. It's like you completed something, you're thinking about all the work that is yet to come, but there's some kind of, it's not happening, or there's a lack of connection to spirit, to divine here. Maybe it's just so material, right? We've got three Pentacles cards here. So maybe it's just too material, too, there's a lot here that's just physical work, and just very physical, and it's lacking some spirit right now. You need a little cheerleader in your life to bring you some spirit here. So there's lack of inspiration, not really feeling it. It's a little bit of drudgery at this point. You've accomplished something, you've grown, you've accomplished, but right now you're just not feeling it. You're not feeling connected. And so we have in your environment, we have Knight of Voices. So again, a knight coming in with communication. This is always very clear, smart communication. With the knight, I think it's more about clear communication. So voices, this is communication. Knights are communication. It's just, voices can also be, facts, evidence. So some sort of communication coming in your environment. This is not you, this is somebody else, communicating some sort of fact, some sort of evidence, clearing something up, bringing in some sort of clarity and some sort of communication. I mean, we've got two knights here. We've got the past knight of an emotional communication, and then we have a knight that's not you, so this could be a person, and they're coming in to clear out some BS, or to make some clarifications here. Or to communicate just something very clearly. Again, we've got a boldness here, we've got courage here, and we've got communication. So, and it's honest communication. It's the voices, so it's pretty clear and honest. Your to-do list, the energy you're interacting with, keep working. All right, Capricorn, well, doesn't this make you happy? Keep working. There's a lot to juggle here. There's a lot to be negotiated. Time commitments, time pressures, right? She's just straining to carry these two. Usually we're depicting some juggling here of time. This infinity sign here is about things that just constantly need to be juggled. It's going to feel like it's taking forever, and that you're in this energy for forever. So there's a sense here of just keep going. You have a lot on your plate. There's a lot going on here. And you're going to have to just keep juggling it all. Keep working with it. Keep the things moving. Keep everything moving in your life, not letting things stagnate. Just keeping it all moving, juggling everything. And it's going to be hard, but you can do it. It's difficult. Everything that you're juggling and negotiating and trying to handle, everything you've got to handle here, there's an acknowledgement here that this is a lot and it's difficult, and you will strain to carry the load. You will strain to maintain your equilibrium amidst all of these external pressures and things that you need to be doing. So, but you can do it, and you will continue to handle everything, even though you don't feel like it. Even though you don't really feel like it, you're going to keep going. Possible outcome here: awakening, realizations, understandings, epiphanies of how you've handled things in the past, how you've handled things, some sort of realization. It could be this Knight of Pentacles coming in with some sort of clarifying understanding of what happened in the past. You may be doing some soul searching. There's some sort of internal shift and internal change of your own understanding of the workings of the world and the universe and yourself. So there's some, this is the Judgment card. It's the card number 20. It's in other decks it's the Judgment card, but it's just a realization of how you dealt with something. So it's like keep working on something, and the realization is going to come in. But see, this is in the reverse, this Ace of Inspiration in the reverse here. Like, you're wanting some sort of inspiration, you're wanting some sort of divine connection and communion, but instead of hitting your third eye here, it's going straight into your heart chakra for a more profound or a less intellectual, more emotional analysis and shift and change and realization. So you want some sort of inspiration, you want some sort of connection. It's coming, but you have to keep juggling. You have to keep working with what's on your plate. You have to keep growing, keep juggling, keep negotiating, keep working. And then this understanding and realization will come in. What you crave is coming in. It's going to feel a little different. It's going to hit you differently than what you thought it was going to hit you, but it is going to sort of clarify your past, right? We've got ghosts. We've got something from the past. Maybe this thing needs to be acknowledged and re-envisioned and re-understood before it can fully move on from your life. All right, so Capricorn, hope that was helpful for you. Have a great couple weeks. See you soon.